talk to you about course MB2203 Financial Management. In previous session, we have covered single asset risk assessment. Now, we will continue to single asset risk measurement, specifically about standard deviation. The risk of an asset can be measured quantitatively using statistics. The most common statistical measure used to describe an investment risk is standard deviation. It measures the dispersion around the expected value. Expected value of a return itself is the average return that an investment is expected to produce over time. You can calculate it by multiplying assets outcome with its probability and add it all. For example, we can try to find the expected return for asset A and B. We already know the returns and probabilities of each scenario. Then, we need to multiply the probability and its return to get weighted value for each scenario. Finally, we need to add up all weighted values to find the expected return for asset A. Next, we do the same calculation for asset B. From this example, we can see that expected return for asset A and B is equal to 19%. Even though its return in scenario pessimistic and optimistic is different, the expected return for both assets are equal. It happens as an influence of its probability. Now we move to calculating standard deviation. The expression for the standard deviation of returns is sigma. It is calculated by the following formula. In general, the higher the standard deviation, the greater the risk. Let's try to calculate the standard deviation on asset A. Here we have three outcomes for asset A and its return. First, we need to find the average of all outcomes we have. Here we find the average is 19%. Next, we calculate each return minus the average return. Then we square it. We have to know the probability of each outcome, and we multiply it with our last calculation. For the last part, we need to sum it up and root it. Then we have the standard deviation for asset A, which is 2.37%. We can do the same thing to calculate standard deviation in asset B. From all possible outcomes, we find the average, which is 19%. Next, we calculate each return minus the average return, then square it. After knowing its probabilities, we multiply it with our last calculation. And for the last part, we need to sum it all and root it. Then, we have the standard deviation for asset B, which is 7.15%. That's all from this session. I hope you can learn a lot and find something useful for you from this course. I will see you soon for the next part. Bye!